Thanks. So yeah, I'm Paul. I'm a research scientist at Facebook in London. I work on infrastructure security, which means that sometimes I get involved in organizing or helping organize capture the flag events. And a CTF is going on as we speak downstairs, but I want to make sure we're all on the same page. So just briefly, a CTF is a hacking simulation, is a competition where people have to solve challenges which roughly fall into one of these categories here. And CTFs are, Facebook likes CTFs. Actually, the month of October at Facebook is Hacktober, where my t-shirt comes from. It's a month-long CTF kind of thing. And people have a lot of fun. So what happened 2 weeks ago is that Facebook released the CTF platform that we've been using for a while now to organize contests. And well, as you can see, we got pretty good media coverage. And from the headlines, you can see it's an educational tool. And I'll get to that in a bit. So you might be wondering why Facebook is investing in CTFs and why Facebook has open sourced the platform after we've built it. And it's actually, it makes a lot of sense. If you look at the market intelligence reports, this is from last year. The demand for information security specialists is growing faster than the demand for general IT jobs, which in turn is growing faster than the demand for the average job market. So the demand is growing fast, but the supply is not growing as fast. And the US Bureau of Labor Statistics put up some numbers, some predictions that in a few years we'll have a lot of these positions in information security unfilled. And Facebook will be affected by this because we employ a lot of information security specialists. So at Facebook, we have security engineers. And not only that, we have this white hat program, also known as the bug bounty program, where third-party security researchers can send bug reports and we verify them and we pay them for that, a bounty. And as a random fact, Facebook pays about $1.5 million per year on bug reports, in bug bounties. So why do we have this shortage of specialists? Well, partly because there are not that many courses in school. There are not that many educational tools for security. And we're trying to contribute to make the things better by using CTFs as an alternate teaching tool. And CTFs can actually have an impact on a person's knowledge. There's a lot of hands-on work, there's a lot of technical skills that you can get by participating in CTFs. So in 2013, Facebook started building a platform for Capture the Flag. And this is a picture from the archives. That's the initial platform that we had, and this is the team that started this. And they've organized a lot of CTFs in various places, starting from middle schools to security competitions, like conferences like this one, and many places in between. And they had so much success that they wouldn't essentially handle the load of organizing all this. So it became clear that we have to take ourselves out of this and provide a way for people to organize CTFs and do it themselves. And at the same time, around 2014, the open source movement was gaining traction, more traction at Facebook. So that was the natural thing to do, to open source the platform. And 1 year later, after a complete rewrite of the whole system, we are here. Well, I'll get back to this in a moment. Facebook has a GitHub repository. There are tens, maybe hundreds of projects there, by the way. So here we are. This is the new platform. This is from a competition that happened in Cambridge 1 month ago. I'll talk about that a bit if we still have time. So yeah, I had a movie here, and then I had some screenshots, but I'll try to do a live demo and see if that works first. So it's fairly easy to get everything set up. You clone this repository and you do a Vagrant up that reads a configuration file and creates a virtual machine and then provisions the machine, as in it installs everything from the web server, the database server that's needed to run that, and then you just point your browser to the port that was open on the virtual machine. So let's see. I've already done that because it takes a bit to set it up. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be downloaded, and yeah, here we are. This is the login page. The admin account is already created. And well, I hope you can see most of this. The text is a bit blurry on the projector. So you see, registration is on, and we have open registration, which means that anyone can register. But for the purpose of this demo, let's do a tokenized registration. And this means that only people who have tokens can register. And let's create some tokens and let's register. So this is team Paul, password Paul, and I'm just gonna paste here the token. Yeah, I'm gonna be this guy, and I'm gonna sign up. And the contest hasn't started, so the game clock isn't running. You have various widgets here here you see the teams and the rankings. Here, well, again, the team logos. You can filter the challenges by different categories. But since the contest hasn't started, there are no challenges on the map. So let's just start the game. And it's, well, you can select here how long the game should last. 3 hours, that's enough. And yeah, let's start. So now if we go at the same page, you can see that the clock is ticking. We still have no challenges on the map. The map is black. So of course, you need to add challenges, and I've added one, but it's turned off. In CTFs, you usually don't want to dump all the challenges at once at the beginning. So let's turn this on, and now, well, Ukraine became light gray, and yeah, we have this challenge here. It's 20 points. And I think the answer was hack in the box. There's a need more points here. This is the hints system. You can buy hints with points, but since I haven't solved any challenges, I have no points, so I cannot buy it. And yeah, it's green. It's good. And I'm the first now with 50 points. So this was a quiz. This was a very simple question that didn't require solving much. There are also flags. Flags are a bit more complicated. So usually you provide the contestants with the IP of a machine where they have to hack, or you give them a file that they have to download. So let's see, let's turn this on. This is Canada, and yeah, Canada just became active. And you have to extract the text from the attached file. Well, there is no attached file because I haven't attached it yet, but I will now. And I will select the file, and well, let's just use a random file. And now, going back, yeah, here you are. We can download the file attached and somehow extract the text. Well, this is just an image, so it's gonna show up as an image in the browser because that's what I've uploaded. We're gonna extract the flag, and well, maybe the flag that I found is flag, but this is not right. This, and we can look at the answer. The answer is, well, and you submit it, and here you go. We have conquered Canada. And there are a few other things here. There's even a tutorial which is kind of aligned with our target audience. It gives you a very quick overview of the various parts of the platform, the clock. What do the signs on the countries mean? That you can zoom, and there's even a command line that I've never used. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Oh, and there's also a scoreboard, which here looks kind of boring because there's just one team and there's not much to see, but I'll show you the scoreboard from the Cambridge competition, and that looks more interesting. So let's get back to the slides. Yeah, so you can do it yourself. This definitely works on OS X and definitely works on some Linuxes. You might run into trouble on other Linuxes for reasons that are not exactly clear, but we're getting to that. So as you've seen, you also need challenges to run a CTF, and we do have a library of challenges that we've used since we started organizing them, and we're not making it public for obvious reasons, but if you want to organize a CTF, we can give them to you to bootstrap. But of course, any serious competition will want some new challenges as well. So 2 weeks later from the moment when we open sourced this, the GitHub repository has, I would say, a very good community around it. Well, 400 stars, a lot of forks. There are third-party contributions. There are people who've written more detailed tutorials on how to set this up. Well, they've also put their affiliate link to the hosting provider, but that's fine. So I think this is going in the right direction for what we want to do. And under the hood, there are a lot of Facebook technologies. This doubles as a technological demo for some of the other projects that we've open sourced. It's written in Hack. Hack is the same thing that Facebook.com is written in, and runs on this virtual machine called HHVM. XHP is the template system, and Flow is a JavaScript type checker. They all come from Facebook. I did mention before the bug bounty program, so we pay researchers, security researchers, bounties for bugs that they find in our systems. We also pay bounties for bugs that they find in the CTF platform. And yeah, we've had one so far. And that's about it regarding the platform. I'm just gonna spend a few more minutes telling you about what we've done in Cambridge 1 month ago. It was capture the flag between, well, in the UK there are these academic centers of excellence in cybersecurity research. 13 universities have been blessed with this title by, well, the government essentially. And 10 of them participated at a CTF in Cambridge, in the university. The local organizers did a great job. There was a big cup, I'm not sure if you can tell from the picture, but it was pretty big, and there were medals. And there were actually 2 parallel CTFs that we've done, because not everyone could fit in the room that we had there, so we've done a parallel one that was happening online. And well, you'll see at the end who was the winner. And regarding organization, the local organizers also had a very good social event after that, and I was pretty surprised that a lot of people were there, including the press, including the industry, including even the GCHQ. The GCHQ is the UK equivalent of the NSA. So I would say that's popular, at least. Yeah, so it was a 5-hour event, and we had 30 challenges. So we prepared the challenges at Facebook. We had quizzes. You've seen the quiz, the simple kind of question. We had the same number of flags. The flags are things that you have to work a bit to get the answer. And we had one base, which is a king of the hill kind of thing. It's different than the 2. There is one box that teams can compromise, and only one team can be the king of the box at any given time, and they get points for every second that they own the box. And of course other teams can get ownership if they manage to bypass, well, whatever the first team put on to protect the box in the first place. And what we also had, and turned out really well, were guest challenges. So each of the teams were allowed to send one guest challenge, which was kind of fun because you are conquering one of your adversaries. And we were pretty impressed that from all these challenges, just 2 were left unsolved. We've also organized the same thing a year before, and I can definitely say that the level has gone up quite a lot. And the 2 that were left unsolved were pretty hard. We used Amazon EC2 to host everything. It makes a lot of sense to use Amazon because, well, they were up for 5 or 6 hours, and we used 3 instances for each CTF. And yeah, this was the final ranking there. As you can see, Cambridge won. Well, quite by a long shot. And well, some of the teams picked names that are not very revealing as of what university it is. Number 3 is Southampton. Number 4 is Royal Holloway. Well, it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, that was it. Thanks.
Okay, Paul, thank you. Guys, are there any questions? No questions? Okay, guys, thank you very much. Paul, thank you. Have a nice day.